Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey from the blog westmanacademyhomeschool.com, and in today's video I am going to take you along with me as I do some typical homemaking in our home, and I want to talk about resentment and how we can handle that as stay-at-home wives and moms. I recently read a stay-at-home moms Facebook thread where hundreds of stay-at-home moms were full of resentment because their career goals have been put on hold. And although this may be true, there is definitely a deeper underlying issue that needs to be addressed. And in this video, I want to shed God's light on the importance and eternal value of being a stay-at-home mom. As you can see, I am currently starting my day off by putting groceries away in the fridge. I had to clean out the fridge first, and now I'm just unpacking everything. My husband is graduating from residency this week, and so I'm going to be having family up, and I was trying to meal plan the best that I can and really utilize my homemaking skills in order to better serve my family and my extended family. But before we get into details of dealing with resentment as a stay-at-home mom, I want to remind you of a popular saying. Even though you have heard this before, maybe a million times, I want you to really dive deep into the meaning for it in your own life and in your situation as a stay-at-home mom. The saying is, you are totally replaceable at work, but you are not replaceable at home. Really close your eyes and think about that. No matter how many degrees or promotions you have, no matter how amazing you are at your job, or how amazing your job is, or how much you are liked, you are replaceable. And if you are honest with yourself, if your job is essential and must be filled, it will be. You may be the most valued worker at your job, but valued only enough to where they can and will find someone else. Luckily, there is a job that only you can fill, a job that only you can have the maximum amount of impact and difference, the only job in which you are irreplaceable, a job at home. So although it may seem like, wow, what tedious work, you are putting away groceries, congratulations, everyone does. I wanted you to really think about how your time at home, the groceries that you buy, the groceries I am putting away right now, I plan to use throughout the week to serve my family. I'm not just doing it as a meaningless task. I am doing it because I am irreplaceable at home. The food that I make for my kids for breakfast, lunch, and dinner is going to affect their bodies, affect them physically, mentally. I am feeding them spiritually as they are eating. There are more opportunities to be serving your family, to be at work with your kids and your husband than just doing tasks meaninglessly. When we lose sight of the true meaning and goal of staying at home, we lose the lovingness in which we sacrifice for. If we look at Jesus as our example, we see that he was a servant. He was always serving others, even though he deserved to be served. He did this out of love and to be the perfect example for us to try to live like. He asked us to be servants to one another, and yet we are resentful about it when we are. How many times do we get envious that our spouse makes money or has a higher degree, or feel it's unfair he gets to go to work with other adults while we're at home alone with children all day? This way of thinking is the result from our fallen sin, but must be something we work at every day. The more we focus on ourselves as a victim, the more we see the people we love with resentment. If we are consumed with selfishness that I deserve this, or I should get to go do this, or have this, or had to wait to accomplish this, the less and less we are going to see the fruits of staying at home. Our selfish ways of thinking also minimize how we are to love others. Our husbands should be celebrated for earning another degree or getting a new job or working all day. Our friends and family should be appreciated for their hard work and listened to when they're stressed about work. But when our minds are so focused on the fact that our degree was put on hold, our careers were put on hold, our incomes were put on hold, then we lose the ability to find the joy in others' success. We internally suffer because all we can see is ourselves, and our actions do not resemble those of Jesus that He set before us. Therefore, they result in nothing but disappointment and hatred. Imagine if we looked at the tasks of our day differently. I am sitting here changing out both of our guest bed sheets so that my family can come up. And instead of complaining about it and, focusing on, wow, I have that many more loads of laundry on top of getting back from vacation, having to unpack the bags, put those clothes away, wash some, I am seeing this as an opportunity for family to come up, as an opportunity to have a clean home with clean sheets that people can enjoy, that my family can be around other family, that my kids can enjoy their cousins, aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandpas, and I can have a home that people feel comfortable in and want to come to. When my mindset is different, then my time is spent different. I am currently preparing for my husband's residency graduation so that he can be a attending family medicine doctor. He has gone through 11 years of schooling, so this should be a time of excitement and celebration. But if my mindset is so focused on getting the house clean, I have to do this, this, and this, it's all put on me, I have to celebrate you, but what do I get? Then my time is going to be spent very differently. My mood will be different. The way that I treat others will be different. And my acts of service and love that Jesus asked of me is not going to be that. It is going to be full of sin, full of stress and anger. And that is not how I have been asked to love. And that is not what my husband and my family deserves. As I am watching myself clean and put things away, I am just reminded of how much I'm blessed, of how many things that I have, of the amount of toys that my kids have to play with, the nice things that God has blessed me with, the things that I get to do in my day to treat and serve my family. When I can do it full of love instead of resentment, what a blessing that is. And sometimes it just takes a moment to step back and look at what you are doing. Look at your accomplishments and knowing that God is happy with that. God is the one with whom you are serving. He is pleased with you, and that really is enough. Another thing I want you to think about and truly look at from the perspective of how you internally are viewing things. But what are you resentful about? What is it that is making you unhappy or jealous or envious? And if you are honest with yourself and you're truly looking at it, see if it falls into the pride category. Is it something that is prideful? Is it coming from, well, I want? Or is it coming from, I need? Those are two very different things. And a lot of times with our society, we are told that we need something. We need an X amount of time off or X amount of self-care and self-love. But that's not what we're called for. And no, I'm not talking about a 5-minute break or a shower. I am talking about people feeling as though they deserve or earned things, and if they don't get it, then it's unfair and they're angry And that's not how we should be living and going about our day. And I totally understand. I am not a person that has never been resentful. I am never a person who thinks, wow, is there something more I could be doing? What if I continued being a teacher? How many more lives would I have changed? And that is the devil talking to us, sneaking into our thoughts and our mind and trying to tell us that there's something more out there for us, that we are not doing enough, that we are less than, that the job, staying here with our children and caring for our husbands and our family and serving God is just not enough. That's not fulfilling. That's not what we want. And those are the thoughts in our mind, the voices that we hear that we need to ignore. So really think about, what is it that you are wanting from your career? Why are you wanting that? Are you wanting higher pay? Are you just wanting a promotion? Are you wanting to be successful in earthly terms rather than in godly terms? What is it that you are wanting from your career that you are so envious of and so resentful about? I mean, some people were complaining, well, that took 5 years off of, I couldn't get a second master's degree. What is it that you want to do with your life that you need those things over your family, over staying home with your family? I want you to really think about that and reflect on it, because you need to determine, is this something you feel that just elevates you and what you want, your selfish desires, if we're honest? Or is this something that really could have benefited your family? And I mean benefited it more than staying home with them, teaching them, being with them, playing with them. Really think of what is it that you are comparing. You are taking your family, being home with them, caring for them, nourishing them, and what are you comparing that to? What means of success? I hope that this video has been maybe convicting, at least thought-provoking. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Kelsey, and I make videos on homemaking, homeschool, and creating a wholesome home. Thank you so much for watching.